Hello and welcome. I am Roy at Ninjas80, and today I will be reviewing the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2000 Heat Ray version. Because I know you guys have been eagerly waiting for me to do my review on this figure, because you guys want my full honest opinion on this figure, and I am about to give it to you. So with that said, let's get started. And now, starting things off with the box, because you know we have to talk about really cool, awesome boxes on this channel when we have them, because unfortunately I won't be keeping this box, but I'll be keeping the figure and the accessories that come inside. But anyway, first things first, you see a really cool promotional picture of the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2000 Heat Ray version with all his dorsal spines lit, with him looking like he's about to blast his heat ray right at Arga. And of course, if you look at the finer details in the box, you see like these claw mark looking details, very similar to the SH Monster Arts boxes. Really cool. I like that. And of course, we have Exquisite Basic. We have the movie title logo, Godzilla 2000. And of course, we have the, well, that's a Japanese movie font. And we have the English translation right there. And of course, it says Heat Ray Godzilla 1999, which it could have just put 2000 because everybody knows it as 2000. So, I guess they got their reasons. But anyway, moving right underneath that, we have warning label, choking hazard, small parts. So basically letting you know, don't mistake this for a bag of Skittles, because let me tell you, if you try to eat this, it is not going to taste like the rainbow, dude. It is not. It is just not. Just mark my word. Just keep that in mind. And of course, not for children under 3. And of course, yeah, for ages 16 plus, to all you 15-year-olds, you're out of luck, unfortunately. And of course, we have the Hiya Toys logo right there. Turn the box to the side. We have a really cool close-up picture of the figure right there. And of course, we have the Hiya Toys Godzilla and Toho logos and the name of the figure right there. Other side of the box, we have another cool close-up shot of the figure. And we have Heat Ray Godzilla 1999, which, yeah, 2000, whatever. And of course, we have Toho Godzilla logo and Hiya Toys logo yet again. Top of the box, we basically just have the name of the figure. Bottom of the box, same thing. Back of the box, we have a cool picture of the figure demonstrating the heat ray effect part you get with the figure. We got Exquisite Basic, the movie title logo yet again with the English translation. Some information about Hiya Toys right there. Some information written in Chinese, barcode, QR code, and another Chinese warning label letting you know it's not a piece of sushi. So yeah, yet again, don't try to eat it. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for the box. Now on to the figure. And now, here we have the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2000 Heat Ray version figure right here before us in all of his super cool, awesome, supercharged Heat Ray Millennium King of the Monsters glory. And I mean, seriously, look at this figure. This figure is a pure beauty, a pure masterpiece in and itself. I have nothing negative to say about this figure at all whatsoever. This figure is all around pure awesomeness all together. Look at that detail. Look at how beautiful those dorsal spines look. Very fiery, very bright, and very fearsome and awesome looking indeed. and they actually shine in the light, and they're very translucent. I like how we have the very bright yellowish orange at the tips, how it goes into like this darker brownish red and into this brownish black toward where his dorsal spines connect to his back. Looks very, very awesome. I like the transitional colorization on the dorsal spines, brings them out nicely, and it looks really cool how they have like the bright, like fiery colorization reflecting on his back from his dorsal spines as well. Looking really cool. Oh, I love this figure. I love it a lot. It's really, really nice. Now, detail-wise, it is sort of like a little bit of a darker colorization than the original Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2000. And yes, I will try to replace that one as soon as possible. Probably not next month because, yeah, I am definitely trying my best to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch 2 while I can before prices go up. Because, yeah, you all know because of Ocarina of Time remake. But anyway, just taking a look at this figure is, like I said, it's a pure beauty. And Godzilla 2000 is one of my top favorite Godzilla movies, and is also my way of introducing fans to the Godzilla series. So I think this is the Godzilla 2000 movie is a good movie to start with to introduce new people to Godzilla that may have heard of it but never really seen any of the movies, because yeah, to me it's one of the best movies in the Millennium series. But anyway, getting it to articulation, and yes, as I demonstrated in a short that I made, the neck sleeve is made more refined and it's more smoother than what it is on the original, because when you move the neck joint down, this neck sleeve right here that goes over the neck joint, it stays even and more flush with his shoulders. So it's, yeah, the transition of movement is a lot smoother, and you don't have this piece popping up making a huge gap like you do in the original. So that is a definite plus, and that's why I'm waiting a while for them to refine these figures, because I want to, when I do replace my original base version, I hoping it's more like this, where when I move the head and neck, I don't have that gapping. So that one just might be worth waiting for. But anyway, we can do a full-on cranium revolvus if we choose to, but yeah, it's kind of pointless, because yeah, Godzilla really doesn't do that. But that's just how well articulated these figures are. And yes, we do have jaw articulation, and the inside of the mouth is a bit brighter than the original, because this is the Hiya version. Look inside there, you can see all like the roof of his mouth, and all like the top lining of his gums, and all those finer details in his mouth, and you can see the inline of his tongue and everything. Looks really, really nice, and his tongue is articulated on a hinge as well, but every time you open his mouth, you kind of gotta take your fingers and then bring it down. And of course, if I bring him up closer, you can see how all his teeth are individually sculpted. It looks very realistic, very suit accurate, very movie accurate, and I like how they have that sort of a weathered bone white colorization on his teeth, looking really nice. Hiya does a really good job with detailing and articulation on these figures. To me, with Hiya Toys around, if you really want to save money on highly articulated, highly detailed Godzilla figures, there's really very little to no reason to collect monster arts anymore. I'm not saying that SH Monster Arts isn't worth it anymore. I'm just saying with Hiya Toys being around, like, yeah, you want to be able to collect these figures and still have money left. Yeah, there's very little to no point for Monster Arts anymore. But anyway, I'm not saying that I'm against Monster Arts. I'm just saying, it's just gotten to the point where, it's just gotten way too pricey for what you're getting out of them, in all honesty. But anyway, getting back to this figure, more articulation. The shoulders are on ball joints, so you can spread the shoulders out a good bit, so you can kind of get it in like a cool T-pose. Kind of, like the scene in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, where he's about to slam his body down on him, so you can kind of get him in a pose like that, which it makes me curious. And I know nobody's mentioned this, but it makes me curious if Hiya Toys is going to do another variant of this figure for the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla movie, because they've never released a Mechagodzilla figure, and they're doing figures from the Millennium series. So, and they've never shown off a Mechagodzilla or announced one, but I believe it's just a matter of time by this point, and we're definitely going to get another Godzilla 2000 variant out of Hiya Toys to coincide with the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla movie. I'm just speculating, but I'm just guessing, but I could believe my guess is correct. But anyway, we do have a bicep swivel, but it's a little stiff, so I wouldn't force it, but we do have cuts for bicep swivels, as you can see. I'm just not going to force it on mine. And we do have a double joint at the elbow, so you could bend those elbows forward and back. And one more thing, because I'm feeling this on my fingers now, and this is why I'm going to go ahead and tell you that these figures are not for kids, because these dorsal spines are very sharp and pointy, and I have to be careful when I'm handling this figure not to cut myself and make myself bleed. So, yeah. Do take my word and handle with caution, because I don't want anyone hurting themselves. But anyway, we do have good waist articulation. The waist or abdomen is on a ball joint, so we can lean forward like so. We can lean back like so, and we can do a full 360 rotation if we choose to, and go the opposite way. But like I said, do be careful of those dorsal spines, because they can, you're not careful, they can make you bleed. But anyway, we also have a good hip joint, so we can spread the hips out about that much, back in about that much, kick forward about that much, back about that much. Same is true with the other leg, so kick forward, back, and that's about it. We got a double joint at the knee. Same is true with the other leg. We have a hinge in the ankles, and we can rotate those feet all the way around a full 360 like so. And of course, we do have a hinge in the wrist as well. And yes, the hands do pop off easily if you try to turn them, so do keep that in mind. But as long as you don't mess with the hands too much, they should be fine. They stay on pretty well. And of course, if you want to swap them out, you do have interchangeable hands. So we kind of have these closed fist gripping hands. So if you want to kind of recreate the box art from Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, you can still do that with these hands. So all you need is a figure of Mechagodzilla 2 and put him in the pose where he's punching him. So if I could get this on there, It goes on. I don't have it on all the way because I would have to heat it up, but that's about the best I can get it for now. But these are not my preferred hands on the figure. I'd rather these. And I also like the way they have his mani-pedi painted as well. Really nice job on the hand claws and toe claws. I really got to give Hiya Toys all the credit where credit is due for that. And of course, before I go into any detail, any more detail I mean, and how could I forget about this? Tail articulation. The tail articulation on this figure is absolutely solid. It's absolutely smooth. Look at that. It just flows very, very nicely. Love it. I absolutely love it. You can put it in an S-curve like that. I can put it in an S-curve this way. I can raise it up. Like, the only thing you can't really do, you can't really twist it too much like the Monster Arts version. Like the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Monster Arts version. Too much, but you could do that like that at least. But, yeah. And you could do this. Still, you're getting a good, decent... you're actually getting a lot of tail articulation out of this figure for the price. So, even though it doesn't have the same level of tail articulation as the Monster Arts version, I find it still delivers. And you can even get them in a cool swing pose. Check that out. I really like this figure. Like I said, I have nothing negative to say about this one. And of course, the most important accessory that comes with this figure, the heat ray, of course. And to apply this heat ray, it's very easy. We have this forked socket or peg at the top. Well, actually peg, and we have this other forked these two peg holes at the end of his mouth or throat, whatever you want to call it. And we take it and we just shove it right in there. And do be careful, because yes, this heat ray effect part does have some pointy edges on it as well, so the heat ray can also make you bleed if you're not careful. It's also the same sculpt that you get with the same sculpt of the heat ray that you get with the Hiya Toys Exquisite Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah Godzilla 1991 figure. And it's pretty much the same with the GMK heat ray version as well. So, yeah, it's just the way it plugs into the mouth is different. And we could put it the other way if we want to. So we can... trying to get it... that's the... and we can also put it the opposite way if it goes in there. So... well, actually, the better way is just this way, because that's the way it seems to fit better, is by going that way, yes. So I recommend just putting it in right side up, because it stays in better. Ouch! Like I said, his dorsal spine just poked me, so like I said, do be careful. And this is what I'm talking about being careful with this heat ray, because you see these little pointed pieces right here? You got to make sure when you're putting it in, your hand doesn't slip, because you don't want your fingers going through this, because that's not going to feel very good. And yeah, you're going to be bleeding. So, just putting that out there. Like I said, like I mentioned before in this video, when you're handling this, and handling this, please make sure to handle with caution. But anyway, with all that said, if I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give him a drum roll, please. And when it comes to detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this figure a well-deserved absolutely solid. Knocked out of the park. 10 out of 10. Why? Like I said, this figure is an absolute masterpiece in itself. This is one of the best Hiya Toys Godzilla figures you can get to date. And I would even go as far as saying this is the best, the number one best Godzilla 2000 figure you can get that has top of the line detail and articulation. So if you want to grab this one, go ahead and do it. He is highly recommended. Whether you want to get him from Calcus now, wait for Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth to get him, it's up to you. But either way, I promise you this figure will not disappoint. And that's pretty much all I have to say about him. Hands down. Highly recommended. If you don't buy this figure while he's available and you're a big fan of the Godzilla 2000 movies, I'm telling you right now, you are missing out. But anyway, with all that said, that pretty much concludes it for this review. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. Your viewership is much appreciated. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And to wrap it all up, stay safe, take care. God bless, stay positive, stay powered up, and peace out.